Welcome everyone to the March 29th, 2018 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you please join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'm Barb Lewis, Vice President, and with me is Commissioner Jeff Benton, and our clerk today, Sarah DeNovo, and our Deputy Administrator, Dawn Houston. We can begin.
Resolution number 18-323, in the matter of approving the electronic record of the proceedings from regular meeting held March 26, 2018.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-323. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We have no public or elected comment this morning. Resolution number 18-324, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants on batch number CMA-PR 0. Oh,
Yeah, so we can't forget Mill.
flew right past it. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'll stop right there.
Okay.
And we'll have a retirement.
All right.
I'll let Barb take it.
Okay. Okay. We have a very famous person.
Very famous.
I know, I almost said it, but I thought, no, he's sitting back, no. And we'd like to welcome Milt Link today, and we do have a resolution, and he has a little retirement tribute later on today, but wow, 50 plus years of public service, 20 years of service to Delaware County. Just unbelievable. I mean, and you have done such a wonderful job, Milt. And I had wondered if anyone here would be, or would like to say a few words about Milt's extraordinary service. No?
Morning. Scott Stevens, Administrator. Do I need to swear in or anything? Is this a formal? Okay, all right. All right. No, just yeah, swear. Can I just swear? No, come on up. Give me, you can whisper in my little voice in my ear, yeah. No, appreciate the commissioners taking the time to recognize Milt and his service. 50 years is quite the milestone. That's incredible. And 20 of those years are here in the county with the SWCD. So it's been a pleasure. Milt and I've been together every step of the way, I guess. There. So it's been great, and certainly appreciate the recognition on Milt's behalf. Milt, certainly you've got something to say.
All right.
Come on.
Great. Yeah.
Keep it short, right? You got tea time.
Oh, look at this.
No. Oh.
Can I play through? I'm just kind of checking because I'm all prepared. I would like to play through.
Golf shorts on.
It's been an awesome trip. I told, we have a board member here, and he was actually here when I had the interview, and I met with the board a couple weeks ago, and I said, I'm sorry I lied to you. And they said, why? And I said, well, I told you I'd give you 8 to 10. I gave you over 20 years. One of the reasons I did, it's just an awesome county to work for. What's amazing, the first county, they let me stay 14 years, and then they kicked me out and sent me to the next county. The next county left me stay a little over 16 years, and then they kicked me out, and I come here, and you guys were slow learners. Left me here. To work in this, and I've worked drainage maintenance all 3 counties. The first county was good. The next county was excellent. This is off the top to work here. And you as commissioners, we got an engineer representative, you as the board, and the soil and water. You guys should be frickin' proud, because nobody, I think, in this state holds a candle to what we do. I'm sincere. But it's been an honor, and thank you. I try to move through fairly quickly.
Yeah, that was great. I love the prop, bringing the golf club and the golf ball. Yeah, it's the first golf club we've had in session, I think.
Yeah.
So congratulations and thank you. The ditch maintenance program has been so successful, largely due to your leadership. I mean, what do we have, over 500 ditches now on the program? 529. And a number in process.
$104 million worth of infrastructure. We had 2 projects that petitioned to go on maintenance. The 2 put together was over 600 parcels. The last one was Wedgewood.
Yeah, that was a big one.
17, I think, and the other one was 270, the other big subdivision. And I mean, I think it's pretty awesome that our program, they embrace our program and they come to see us and want to be on the program.
Yeah, it's so well run and such a tribute that so many people want to be on it, and that there are 529 on it now, and the number is growing. And so again, that's a real compliment to you and your team to put together such a successful and well-managed program. So again, congratulations. Thank you for all you've done. I am going to be envious of your time spent on the golf course this summer.
The other thing is, and maybe I should have done this before, I do have business cards. And it's okay, I approach it and give you a business card. Yeah. And I was asked a couple of weeks ago if I needed business cards, and I told the secretary I do need them.
Thank you.
But not for work.
Oh.
This is great.
Oh, that's great.
I have not seen a golf card before. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck reaching me, Pat.
Some ways I thought it was very appropriate. I have passed some of them out. After about 5 minutes of laughing, they go, wow.
Right.
The administrator you had a few years ago that keeps coming back to work, and you know who I mean. I run into him a couple of weeks ago, and I showed it to him. And I thought he was going to hand it back. He goes, nope. I will one of these days really retire, and I want that information on my business card.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
Well,
Milt, I mean, you have taught everyone how the job is done, so I know you have now excellent and have had excellent people. And as these ditch petitions keep literally rolling in, I always look at Jennifer and she's like, oh, well, he got another one today. And then, then, I mean, this happens like about every day. But I'll just, I remember this one. I've just got to say, I'll try and keep it brief, but we sometimes get phone calls from people about they're kind of unhappy because Milt was out here and, well, I think this should be done, but he says that. And so, okay, we're going to have a viewing and everything. And so this was the one, it was in Westerville or near Westerville. So we all trudge over there and someone, I mean, it was really too bad because they had been getting water in their basement. And so Milt had explained, though, that the problem was not what this gentleman thought it was. But, he was all revved up, and man, there were a few neighbors there, and they knew that this guy knew everything, and, Milt was, thought he knew everything. But then after about 20 minutes, it's like this guy turned to his friend, and he goes, oh man, he said, we're in deep doo-doo. And I mean, I will never forget, it's like, okay, I surrender, you're right. And so, but that was Milt. And I mean, I'm sure you saw that on different occasions but it was always great. They just thought, oh, your superior knowledge won them over, Milt. So, thank you so much.
That's my, either know what you're talking about or dazzling with bull, you know what. And the other thing I will add, and I remember that very well, and they did find a problem, and it was an irrigation system, And as of today, and how many years ago, I'm still waiting for the phone call to apologize to me, and I haven't got
Oh,
that.
that's right. Yes, that's right. You did mention that at the time, so the call hasn't come in, huh? Yeah, yeah. And the guy may have said a few other things too, acknowledging Milt's superior knowledge, again, of what was going on. But it was an unforgettable experience. All right.
Well,
Brett.
well, as long as I don't have to take the oath. And and I'll just take where you've led off. I have typically received phone calls from individuals who are like, I talked to Milt Link, and, you know, he's just kind of how he is, and I just kind of, yeah, that's how I expected. I mean, that's how our relationship has been, and that's the one thing that is most memorable. One of the many memorable things with Milt is he's very frank, he's very knowledgeable, and he tells it how it is. And sometimes you don't like it, but that's our relationship has always been with Milt. And we always know where the program has stood. He started with 29 projects, and now we're up to 529 and counting.
Wow.
He's definitely left a legacy, and he's never gone. I mean, that's the thing is Milt is the kind of individual you will never, like, you don't say goodbye to. There's some individuals we want to say goodbye to, and you don't tell them good luck. Milt, I'm not going to I told him I'm not going to tell you goodbye, and I wish him the best of luck. He has a tremendous history with Delaware County, with Sandusky County, with Seneca County. He is extremely knowledgeable. If we could clone him, we would. He's definitely broke the mold. And his personal experience, if you've ever had the opportunity, how many times have you hiked the Grand Canyon, Milt? 7 times. How many different countries have you been to?
About 8, 10 outside of the United States.
I mean, he is just an amazing individual. And our relationship with the county engineer's office, the district, the Delaware County commissioners is just that much stronger through his relationship and his work with Delaware County. So I'm going to stop. My 3 minutes is up.
No, that's all right. It's great.
You can't tell the guy thanks
It's
enough,
just-
and so thank you for having this today.
Oh, my
On behalf of
gosh,
the county
thank
engineer's
you.
office,
Thank
we
you.
greatly appreciate you acknowledging his service.
Thank you for all the work that you do. Obviously,
It's because of him.
a
It's because of
tremendous
him.
success because of Milt, and we'll see you this afternoon. And a picture?
We got a good picture, Jane?
Yes. Great. And you must bring your golf club and.
And the legs. I need a little bit of sun. Yeah, no, it's a lot wet. I'm never in the sand.
And we're gonna give this, where did we bring this?
Okay.
Thank you. Gosh, that was worth going through that whole drainage.
A straight face, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Congratulations, sir.
Try to make it entertaining. Nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
Here, Brett.
Right. Scott
Scott's got to stay.
Yeah, Scott's got to stay.
Right. That was great.
his
That was so much fun. Oh, my gosh.
And a golf ball.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
That's great.
Okay.
Okay. Resolution number 18-324, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments in batch number CMA PR 0328.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-324. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-325, in the matter of approving travel expense requests.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-325. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-326, in the matter of approving the 2018 Local Agricultural Easement Purchase Program Cooperative Agreement between the Ohio Department of Agriculture and the Delaware County Commissioners.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Morning again. Scott
Morning.
Stevens, Administrator at the Delaware Soil and Water Conservation District. Who do we have up first?
This is just
We
a
gotta do the-
cooperative agreement.
Oh, just, okay, all right, so I brought additional, the listing of the 8 potential applicants this year.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So happy to answer
Okay.
any questions you might have. I can give you a little, the rundown on the past, the 2016, 2017 funding round, where we are as we move forward, whatever the board would need. Happy to.
That was one of the questions I had, was just how our 16 and 17's programs progressing.
How are we doing? All right, where are we? The 2016 applicants be the Sherman parcel and the Newhouse parcel. The Sherman parcel, we've gotten preliminary closing instructions. They're working on subordinate mortgage, getting paperwork to subordinate a mortgage and everything. So I would think we would move to closing on it first. I don't have a date set for that, so but it is, we're getting close on that one.
Does that one have to close by June? Of this year?
No, when we modified that since we went into the new biennium, we've got through the
19th,
the biennium
or
to
90.
get that done. So I don't
Okay.
think we'd have to have a third cooperator agreement with ODA for that. The Newhouse parcel, ODA determined there was a little glitch in the survey, so Mr. Newhouse is in the process of getting an up-to-date survey for that. It was a meets and bounds. It referenced some rock piles that were a little hard to find, I guess. So he's working on that. I think that was the only thing that ODA identified in the title search or review of the title search documents, so that gets cleaned up and they're satisfied there. Then I'm assuming we'll move to closing on that one here in the next few months, I would hope. The 2017 applicant, the Gabriel parcel, title work's been done. It's in the hands of ODA. We won't hear anything back from them. They had a record number of applications in 17. We won't hear anything back from them until probably this time a year from now. They run about a year in lag on that. So we're just getting that back on the 16. So they're definitely marathons, not sprints. Yeah. And then in this 2018, we've doubled our applicants for 2018 at 8. We've had about 3 or 4 the first 2 rounds, and we're at 8 this year. So
The easement issues,
Yeah.
on behalf of Commissioner Merrill, I will ask about the easement issues.
yes. There's the MOU that we executed with ODA that would apply to the 16, the 17, and the potential applicants in the 2018 funding round. We used the Regional Planning Tech Review Committee and did probably the most thorough review or vetting of those parcels that we have done. So I think that process worked really well. County Engineer's Office, Regional Planning, Health Department, Delco, all the members that would be a part of that tech review committee all went through and gave a green light on their behalves to each of the applicants. The only one that come up with a little bit of a glitch, and we would have time to certainly address this, was the Joe Brack parcel. The county's thoroughfare plan indicates a connector between 605 and Porter Central Road. There's no immediate plans to do this, but it is on the thoroughfare plan. So I've been, and Rob Riley and I and Eric, we've talked about that, and ODA's expressed they're open to expanding the MOU specifically for that parcel to address those concerns. Given the marathon, not a sprint, a time lag, even if Mrs. Joe Brack would end up being the high score and we'd make an offer this year, we've got 2 years before we'd be looking at closing, more or less, to get that hammered out. Even if she's not the high score, I know Mrs. Joe Brack and her family are committed to having the farm have a covenant, some easement on it to protect it as farmland. So we'll continue that discussion regardless. But even in the tighter time frame of 2 years, I think we've got plenty of time to get something worked out. We would not go to closing on that easement or any other until we're satisfied, especially from the utility, the MOU that we have, or some modified MOU is in place. So that's kind of the ultimate, I guess I'll say fail-safe before you go to closing. As the co-local sponsor or co-holder of that easement with ODA, we have up until closing to hammer out any glitch or anything like that might come up. So.
The total acres in this year is quite a jump.
Around 500 total. Our budget, and it kind of fluctuates. We've got about $375,000 to purchase easements. Then there'll be crumbs, as the other local sponsors across the state, they not be able to spend all their money, and we may not be able to spend all ours depending on how the farms rank and the scoring. So I would guess we'd be somewhere in the neighborhood of that $400,000. The administrative code puts a $2,000 an acre cap on that. We score somewhere in that $1,500, $1,700 an acre range. So you can kind of do the math out of about $400,000 at $1,700 an acre. All the farms would not get in at 500 acres. About half maybe would be my best estimate at this point.
The 8 parcels that are listed, is that in any particular order?
No. The numbers on there are just, there's a map attached to the back side of that sheet, and it's just a way to identify where they are in the county. If you look onto that next sheet. So you can see parcels 1, 7, and 8 are all in Radnor Township. Parcel 2 is there in Oxford, so it's just a way to easy identifier.
It seems like this program is growing in popularity and interest.
Yeah, I think so. I think it speaks to the agricultural, our ag community's commitment to agriculture, that they want to have that heritage, or their farms, their family heritage being agricultural lands forevermore. It's a big decision, I think, on a family's behalf to make that commitment and take that step. And I think it speaks just in good trust of the commissioners and the Ohio Department of Agriculture to be a partner with them in protecting the ag resources in the county. So it's a good thing.
How is the program going statewide? It sounds like it's
grows every year. More farm. The state puts about somewhere between $6 and $8 million out of the Clean Ohio funds towards this, and have for the last, I don't know, it's been since 2001, 2002. As long as the Clean Ohio funds hold out, I think on the Ohio Department of Agriculture's end, they're certainly, they get far many more requests, more acres than what the state could possibly fund out of those Clean Ohio funds as they're currently allocated. So I don't know what the total acreage would be across the state. It's thousands of acres across the state that would be under this easement.
I'm glad that we can be a partner in making this happen. The farmers value their heritage and want it to continue, and I think it's great. So
it's I think a great partnership of state and local government coming together to better manage. And I think it's good that the local sponsor model, that it puts the commissioners or somebody locally on the front line of working with those landowners and making sure the farms are a good fit. I think that's been a good thing. They started that in 2012, 2013 was when they made the shift. Before all the easements went to ODA, they made the decision, and you can imagine perhaps the land use conflicts, or just as you looked at a county or a region as a whole, how that fit in. So the local sponsor model has definitely been of great benefit, and I think that's helped. That's been part of the growth of the program, that the farmers or those landowners are working with us to help them make that decision, or kind of the liaison to the state with them. So it's been a good thing.
Well, and the preservation of farmland is extremely important for the county, and so it's great to see the increase for the different reasons you mentioned in the program. So it's very positive. Okay.
Agree.
vote.
Yeah, vote.
Vote on motion 18-326. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Britton?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-327, in the matter of authorizing participation in the Ohio Local Agricultural Easement Purchase Program from Michelle R. Bright.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-327. Mr. Britton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-328, in the matter of authorizing the participation in the Ohio Local Agricultural Easement Purchase Program from Craig and Melissa N. Draper.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-328. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Britton?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-329, in the matter of authorizing the participation in the Ohio Local Agricultural Easement Purchase Program from Gary L. and Yvonne G. Newhouse.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-329. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-330, in the matter of authorizing the participation in the Ohio Local Agricultural Easement Purchase Program from Robert S. Sherman, trustee.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-330. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-331, in the matter of authorizing the participation in the Ohio Local Agricultural Easement Purchase Program from Dennis S. Watkins.
So moved.
Second, vote.
Vote on motion 18-331. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-332, in the matter of authorizing the participation in the Ohio Local Agricultural Easement Purchase Program from Beverly Jobrack and Linda Z. Pierce.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-332. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-333, in the matter of authorizing the participation in the Ohio Local Agricultural Easement Purchase Program from Gary L. and Yvonne G. Newhouse and Sharon N. Wade.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-333. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-334, in the matter of authorizing the participation in the Ohio Local Agricultural Easement Purchase Program from Teresa J. Watkins.
You know, this ought to be a consent agenda.
Oh.
This, rather than going through these 8 identical
But I said them all
resolutions.
right.
I know you did. You did a great job.
We can do that, okay. All right, I thought that was this way because we needed to have it that way. This was your work.
I've long been a proponent of consent agendas.
Yeah, on this and other topics.
This is the poster child for a consent
I would
agenda.
defer to Eric. If that works, then fantastic, yeah.
Although we deprived Sarah of her reading time. So. Anyway, I will move this one.
Right, I'll second, discussion, we've had it.
Yeah.
Vote on motion 18-334. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 18.
That's it. Thank you, on behalf of the
dismissed.
landowners, thank you. And Rebecca Longsmith, one of the technicians of the office, she's working on with the landowners, getting those final applications compiled. It requires a signature from the president of the board, so we'll have a stack, 8 of them back over here at some point for signatures. So
Okay.
the submittal deadline's not until the middle of April here, so we're way ahead of the curve. We're in great shape, and Rebecca's been most helpful in helping me get all this organized and done, so appreciate that. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks,
Thanks,
Rebecca.
Dad.
Resolution number 18-335, in the matter of approving the AmeriFlex Administrative Services Agreement for the Delaware County's Flexible Spending Account Plan.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Well, you probably remember that we had the plan design changes that we approved in February. This actually would have the agreement with AmeriFlex automatically renew each year, so that we would not have to come back for approval as long as we're working with AmeriFlex. Took us some time to get this agreement approved, but once we did, we're here, and hopefully we won't have to bring it back for quite some time. We do have to have the ability to make changes to the plan with a 60-day notice, or terminate the plan with a 60-day notice. Unfortunately, since it automatically renews, there may be some rate increases, but they also have to provide us with a 60-day notice if that were to be the case. So we'll keep an eye on it, and we are definitely happy with them as our FSA vendor.
Okay.
How does the cost in this proposal compare to 2017?
I think it is actually the same. I don't think that it went up at all in terms of the administrative costs, but I'll check on that to be sure. If it did, it was very minimal.
Vote.
Vote on motion 18-335. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
That brings us to administrative reports.
I have nothing today. Thank you.
All right. Commissioner Benton has a few things on Thank
Maybe.
you.
Let me check my list here. I do. We have regional planning tonight.
All right.
And I think there are a fair number of items on the agenda. Did want to mention that we got the coroner's annual report, Dr. Hickman's report that he puts out every year, and actually I thought it was interesting. It's sad, but I looked at I was curious about the opioid-related deaths, and in 2012 through 2016, it was 4 to 7 each year, and just bouncing around a little bit. And then last year it was 19, and 15 of those were fentanyl-related. So fentanyl is clearly the main problem. But there was a significant spike, and that's very sad to see. But I know there's a whole bunch of people doing a whole lot of things to address it. So, yeah. So again, I want to thank Dr. Hickman for putting out that report and highlighting, where the struggles are. We had our investment committee meeting earlier this morning. Things are in good shape there. Our portfolio is yielding a little over 150 now. It was 112 a little over a year ago, so it's growing very nicely. The yield is growing very nicely. And Treasurer Peterson continues to do a good job of managing the portfolio and providing a nice income stream to the county from that portfolio. It was $257 million or something like that, so a very, very sizable portfolio he's managing. Just as everyone knows, this next week is the biggest week of the year in sports. The Masters starts next Thursday. The Indians open today. The NCAA Final Four is this weekend. Jane, who are you going to be rooting for? No. What about Michigan? Villanova and Michigan. Okay. So, and that could be the final. Villanova and Michigan could be the final. And then the Frozen Four is next week, and that's Ohio State and not Oklahoma. And that's going to be a real interesting. That could be a final Ohio State and Michigan, which could be really interesting. Who would you root for in that case? Oh, Jane. So again, best week in sports of the whole year by far, and then that's not even the most important thing. Today is my granddaughter Nora's first birthday, so I have to mention.
Oh, gee.
That's it.
Okay. Went to Bridges Community Action Partnership meeting last night, and 550 people have taken advantage of the income tax returns, the preparation that Community Action has volunteers, accountants working on people's income tax, and so I think we definitely had the highest number among all the counties, right? Which was good. Let's see. We did talk about a new pay scale, and so we actually moved to table that for further discussion. I'm working with Dawn on that. It has longevity in it, and it has steps in it, and I just had some questions on that. And then last Saturday, the Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 1095 held a very nice memorial for actually for those who had fallen in Vietnam, and also a remembrance for those who are still here, and just to commend their service. And it was a very nice service right here before the historic courthouse. So, and one day I noticed, still it's all closed in front, but one day there'll be the entree then through the front door, which will be nice because the speakers were speaking from the front stairs, and so that way we'll have it all. It'll all be open and look better even. So, gosh, trying to think if there's anything else. We do have, which we mentioned before, Milt's retirement party today. And it is at his office, Delaware Soil and Water Office. And it says enter on Bowtown Road, and it's from 1 to 4 this afternoon. So anybody who can make it over, I'm sure that would be appreciated. I know we'll be there. So that's all I have. We don't have any need for executive session.
I do not.
Okay, with that, we are adjourned.
There we go.
All right. Not too